are back with another episode of the Lakers Fast Break podcast. It's Lakers pregame, everyone. It's Gerald Glassford coming right back at you here from Lakers Fast Break, Pop Culture Cosmos, where we cover the latest news and trends in pop culture each and every week, twice a week, wherever you get your podcasts. And also, as well, there's Jamie Sweet, Yami Swoot, Mr. Admiral Akbar himself. Please go ahead and check out his 5 Things articles today, along with Laker Tom, the #1 Lakers blogger that's out there. He says he's just some guy. Go ahead and check out why at Lakerholics.com. Plus our good friend Joe Soro, aka Ox1947 at LakersBall.com. He will be late night with a nightcap. Lakers Nightcap with Joe Soro tonight at 11 p.m. Don't forget that as well. Daniel Barry, Sports Highlights. Always give him a big shout out. Plus our good friends Empire Jeff TV. And of course, also as well, Lakers in 5 and Lakers Corner and the John McCallion channel. And please like all support and do all those good things and follow and all those really wonderful things that those channels need to do to survive. And speaking of helping out good channels, you can help out this one. We're almost at 1,300 subscribers on YouTube. So please go ahead and subscribe today. Follow, like us, do whatever you can to support us right here at the Lakers Fast Break Podcast. Daniel Barry, Sports Highlights. He is happy that Boston lost tonight against the Denver Nuggets, a vaunted matchup. The Lakers are playing in the nightcap of this doubleheader on ESPN. I want to go ahead and mention that. They play against the Brooklyn Nets tonight. And here today to discuss what's going on with everything Lakers. Good man indeed. He is washing the dishes. He does everything during our broadcast. It is the man himself. It is Yami Swoot, aka Jamie Sweet. Jamie, great to have you here. Looking forward to a good game tonight against a team that's been struggling. 3 of its last, I think 3 and 14 in its last 17 games was what I was reading.
Yeah.
They are a team in trouble, and there is no reason why the Lakers should not just jump on and take advantage right away.
Well, I mean, yes, but we all know the ability this team has to come out a little bit flat at the beginning of games, which then dictates the pace and tenor of the rest of the game. Coach talked about it in the post-gamer. Players talked about it after the last game when we had a really pretty decent first quarter. And then we're able to turn that into a really great third quarter and put the game away and have a nice sort of blowout win against a team that is pretty hot right now. I think we missed the pain by a whole game because Tim Hardaway Jr. and Kyrie Irving absolutely went off against Sacramento the night before, or a day and a half before. So I was happy that we missed that, and we got the cold front just in time on their shooting. So that helped as well. But I mean, in general, I thought the Lakers really earned that last win. I thought it was, and Joe and I kind of talked a little bit about it on the nightcap. Which is great. It was so much fun doing the nightcap with Joe. It was nice having like a nice relaxed sort of. It made me wish I had like a smoky cocktail lounge to like stand and like do the show from, but I don't. So I'll work on that.
Okay, you do that. You do
Thanks.
that.
After the dishes. So, but yeah, I think we got a good chance tonight. Brooklyn's struggling. There is that adage of nothing's more dangerous than a wounded animal, but I think that this Brooklyn team, even last season a little bit, was playing above their talent level. And they didn't do much in the offseason to address their overall roster. They just made some sort of sideways moves, I would say, laterals. And so it's not too surprising to me that they're finally hitting a wall. It could be, I believe they're on a long road trip right now as well. I think this is the 3rd or 4th game, right?
Yes.
So, the long road trips, brutal on the legs, brutal on the psyche, and you're just not in your hometown groove. You don't have the hometown crowd, not in your hometown routine. Hopefully they had a lot of fun in LA last night. And that'll mean we'll have a nice, easy game. But I think that the main thing that the Lakers need to really focus on, and this is what I was talking about with Joe the other night, is like you can't get No more getting caught up in the win you just had. No more getting caught up in the last you just had. You have to flush everything and treat each game as its own little world. And you've got to go out and conquer that world every single time for the next 40 little worlds. We got 40 little worlds to destroy and conquer. And if we don't, we're going to be fighting hard for a playing spot for the rest of the season. We're only a couple of games out of that 6th seed, but all of those teams in the top 6 are playing really well right now. Sacramento's having a little bit of slippage, and the Lakers kind of need to capitalize on this moment. You know, Sacramento got hot when we were slipping, and so if we can flip that script and come back into that top 6, top 5 realm of playoffs, I think it would be any games. If we could get back the game that we played in the IST and not play a play-in game or two, that's great for LeBron. He'll already play one more game in the regular season than he normally does, right?
Didn't I call this, or did I call this?
You did. Listen. I will still argue that it has value, but I'm not disagreeing that I wish that also counted in that game counted in the standings somehow. It should count as like the ultimate tiebreaker, right? If you won the IST and you're dead even with another team, you should just win. It should count for something. Because we don't own and we've played a lot of Western Conference opponents, and we're not great against the Western Conference this year, and so we don't own a lot of tiebreakers yet. And I think some are already out of reach.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a problem. That's a problem the last couple of weeks of the season. When you look back on some of those games you should have won, when you look back on some of those in-conference, in-division games that you just kind of didn't show up for. And so, you know, got to feast on the East while we can, and we just got to keep playing quality basketball against quality teams, because early in the season we weren't playing quality basketball against quality teams. We were beating teams we should beat, and that started to change. That started to change in the last 2 weeks. So if that can become the norm for the last half of the season into the playoffs, I like our chances in a 7-game series against basically anybody but Denver. I still don't think we match up great with Denver. Bruce Brown, no Bruce Brown. I think the real problem in our matchup against Denver is Aaron Gordon. We can't cover Jokic and Murray and Gordon and close out on shooters like Porter, KCP, so on and so forth. So
I just don't know how much. Johnny's asking this Bruce Brown to the Lakers. There is some feedback on that.
I don't
know how much he moves the needle, as is pretty much what it comes down
to. Who does he? He's just going to displace another guy who's doing basically the same. He's just going to take Vando's minutes. Vando and he kind of cancel each other out on the team. I guess he's a little bit better of a 3-point shooter, but not this season.
He's better defensively, is what he is.
I don't know. I'm not sure I agree with that.
Okay.
I think he's better offensively, and that allows his defense to be on the floor more. But however you want to cut it, we don't need another big guy. We need guards. If we make a move and it's not for a guard, it's just a waste. It's a waste of whatever we did. Anybody who, I know Laker Tom is a big fan of trying to trade for Lauri Markkanen. It's not going to happen. We don't have the horses to pull that buggy. And we don't need another big guy.
Plus, they have a better record right now than the Lakers. Why would they want to go ahead?
No, Utah's not trading any of their guys. Not anybody who's playing. And you know what? And then you're trading for a guy who's not playing on a team that's winning. Then he's not part of a winning cult. He's not contributing to winning. Then, so why do we need him? Why are we making this move? I won't be surprised if. And I know Laker Tom's also a big fan, and I don't mean to just single out Laker. I think a lot of people think D'Angelo Russell's going to opt out of Team of the Year. I am not one of them. I don't see that 18-5 coming from anywhere else. I haven't gone into what teams have cap space available next summer, but just in the article that Jovan Buha dropped today, it sounds like, according to him, and that's this is obviously hearsay times 2. So now we're basically playing a game of telephone. But he was saying that around the league, most GMs view Hachimura, Vincent, and Russell as net neutral, if not net negative, and I buy that. I don't see a contender looking at our guys that we can trade and being like, huh, that guy. We need one of those three. We need one-legged Gabe Vincent, not playing Alon Hachimura, or just got benched for a month, D'Angelo Russell. Like, it's not. It doesn't work like that. I get it that the money works and that the money may matter as much in 2-3 years, but it doesn't not matter. So we're not offering cap relief. We have a pick that's 6 years out. I think if a move is going to happen, it's going to happen in the summer. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. We can add 2 picks at that point, 2028 and 2030, because then we'd be picking 27 and 29. And then you can start to see, oh, okay, D'Lo, a year less of Vincent, a year less of Hachimura, D'Lo expiring, 2 first-rounders unprotected or whatever, maybe a second-rounder, maybe pick swap. That moves a needle. The deals we could put on the table this season, in season, don't move the needle. They don't move the needle of a win-now team, and none of those guys are the type of veteran guy you would bring into a team trying to rebuild. So this group of guys only works on the Lakers, and the only reason it works is because of LeBron and AD. So I think that for this season, we're probably going to be mostly stuck with these guys. If somehow we manage to pry Murray away from the Hawks it would have to be for Russell. I can't see us trading Reeves for Murray. I just don't see the Lakers doing that for a number of reasons. But you can't trade D'Angelo Russell for a big guy. Then you just have basically Reeves as your point guard. And I don't know that Vincent will play again this year. Everybody says like, oh, he's going to be back in 3 to 5 weeks. I remember when he was supposed to be back the first time, and it became like Kendrick Nunn 2.0. It was like, oh, he'll be back in late November. By that we meant late December. By that we meant, oh, he's going to go get surgery now. So to rely on Vincent playing maybe a month of basketball before the playoffs, maybe. To rely on JHS and Reeves as the only point guard, really only guard you can play in the playoffs. I mean, they'll have to play Christie at that point if we trade D'Lo, and he'll probably play anyway. But that's just a lot of youth. It's a lot of inexperience to pull a playoff buggy. And so I don't see us trading these guys. I don't see us trading D'Lo in season. We're not going to get Levine. Most of us don't even want Levine. We're not going to get Markkanen. We're not going to get anybody who, is going to take at least 4 first-rounders to get. Those are 4 first-rounder guys. They're not, hey, a couple of first-round picks 2 years out, and they're the Lakers ones, so they're going to be so good for some reason 6 years from now. Like, the logic for me just never holds up. So I'll be very, very, very surprised if we don't. I mean, maybe if we trade like Prince and Christie for Royce O'Neal. I forget what Gary Trent Jr. is making. It's like it's around D'Lo money. So yes. I don't even think we can get Gary Trent Jr., who I think is probably gettable right now because Toronto's having a fire sale.
Yes.
So we can't even get in on the fire sale guys because we just don't have. We can't trade for like a Gary Trent Jr. without basically nuking half of our guard core. And Gary Trent Jr. is not a guard. He's not a point guard. You could maybe throw him in the shooting guard slot, but he'd just get burned on defense by quicker guys. So, I mean, the coach has been saying for like 2-3 weeks now, I think he said it in the last one, the trade talk is in the air because it's just the season, right? You talk about holiday deals in December and you talk about NBA trades in late January, early February. And here we are coming into late January, early February. So that's all anybody's going to want to talk about. You know me, I'm super optimistic on the trade front all the time, always. And I'm keeping to that. That's sarcasm. That's all in sarcasm font, by the way. I do not see a trade happening. So the improvement has to come from within. And it has to come from everybody. Not just 1 or 2 or 3 players, not just from the coach. From the coach, all the players, guy who folds the towels, everybody. Everybody's got to do better. We can leave the guy who folds the towels off the list.
So one thing I'm going to ask you before we head to the game, because the national anthem is done, and it's Jamie Sweet from Lakerholics.com, host of the world's worst cooking show, according to Current Affair, because you're not even cooking anything right now in our
Oh,
pregame show.
I could pull a Swedish chef right here. You
Yes, man, I love the Swedish chef. But anyways, I wanted to ask you this. Darvin Ham's latest comments on Rui Hashimura and Magic Man. Big shout out to you, Magic Man,
Yes.
wherever you are. You got nothing but love for you, my friend.
Yep.
He had said and was so mad at Darvin Ham because the way he's utilizing Rui Hashimura
Or not
using Rui Hashimura. And his latest comment says that, oh, by the way, Rui Hashimura has been and still is on a minutes restriction. And of course, the question asked after that, what would you, okay, if you heard that from Darvin Ham, who mentioned that earlier today in the press conference, that he's on a minutes restriction, what's the first question you would ask him then?
How long is he going to be on this minutes restriction for? It's been a month.
Or how many minutes is the minutes restriction?
I'll bet it's around 20 to 22.
The answer is none of your damn business, because he's not going to let us know. He specifically said he would not be letting us know what what that is.
That's just a giant load of BS.
Yes. Darvin Ham says Rui Hashimura is still under a minutes restriction. According to Jovan Buha, he would not disclose the minutes total. So that tells you right there.
Oh, it's a new minute. It's none of you.
Yes.
None of your damn business.
Yes, exactly. Once again, it is the Lakers and Nets. Looking forward to the game on playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. It'll also be on simulcast to all the areas that we're on. So I truly appreciate you joining us. Once again, we will be back for the post game. I'm going to try to get it out for then too. And then, of course, the nightcap, your nightcap with Joe Soro coming up tonight at 11 p.m. So looking forward to that. But it is the Lakers and Nets. Jamie, again, looking forward to a great matchup. They're announcing the starting lineups right now. Looks to be no changes. Why mess with what's working? Any last thoughts, my friend, before we head on out?
Same. Let's control three things. Let's control the glass. Let's keep the turnovers low, and let's not overshoot the three. Let success be your guide, like Stu Lentz always says.
Defense, transition, free throws. That's my thing.
Yep.
That's always been my thing with this team, because this team, it's patterned for that type of play.
Yep.
Why not do what you're best at to get these games won? So we'll see what happens. It is the Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets coming up right now on Playback. Join me there, playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. I'm going to do mostly chatting because I don't know how much more voice I will have left. I need my voice for the post game, so we'll see what happens there, but I'll try to get it out best I can. And hopefully you guys will have a great experience still there, playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. Simulcasted on all of our great channels. And then, of course, the post game. You coming back for the post game?
Sorry, I'm doing poses to get people to like and subscribe.
Okay. You got a thing tonight, don't you?
Tonight, no, I don't have a thing tonight. I'm putting my daughter to bed because my wife has.
Okay. All right.
We'll see if I. It's hard, when your kid gets all snuggly on you and you're just like kind of laying there. It's easy. It's easy to fall asleep sometimes.
I've got two young ladies of my own. I hear you. I remember those days fondly. So
I mean, they're gonna go sooner than later. Eventually, she'll be like,
yes.
Get away from me, you weird old dude. And I'll be like, all right, well, now you're a teenager.
Yeah, I think they do that to me now. Well,
I'm sure.
Mine are 16 and 18. That tells you all you need to know right there. But they're terrific ladies of mine, and I know you got a terrific lady of your own. So it is the Lakers Fast Break. Truly appreciate you joining us. It is the Lakers and Nets. I will have it on the simulcast in just a couple seconds. And remember, the post game, the best post game that's out there. I'm going to gut it out. Will you? Please let us know in the comments during playback, and of course on the best post game in town and the best nightcap for you as well with Joe Soro right here.
And the best chat.
Yes, and the best chat room that's out there. Absolutely. Can be found nowhere else, especially Kurt Affair tonight. He's rocking it as always. Yes.
Kurt, yes. I still owe you a Living on a Prayer cover on the band. It's coming.
Okay.
Don't fret. It's coming.
Don't you owe Cool Bro one too? Didn't he say with that?
Maybe it was Cool Bro.
That was Cool Bro. That was Cool Bro. Yes.
Cool Bro.
Somebody was a Bon Jovi fan. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually made the mistake of learning the cowboy song,
Okay.
Wanted Dead or Alive, and then I was like, oh wait, this is the wrong song.
Wrong
And then
song.
almost the exact same song. It's like it's like a step up. I was like, that's fine.
Can't wait till Guitar Hero comes back into play. But once
Oh,
again, it is JB Sweet.
Captain
Please go ahead.
Retro.
Check him out today at Lakerholics.com. Once again, we're heading over to playback.tv/LakersFastBreak. Although if you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook, you can follow along with our comments there right here at the Lakers Fast Break Podcast.